Hi guys, what's going on? My name is Josh, and this is part 28 of the Montana CDL Manual for 2016. We left off on page 11-5. I read the last part of that page kind of fast because I wanted to fit it in with the same video so as to avoid confusion. And my camera records 30-minute clips at a time, so kind of had to rush that a little bit. So now we're skipping the school bus section, which goes from 11-3 on page 11-5, and it picks up on 11-6, the page number, and we're going to start at 11.4 for the trailer. I believe this is what we're supposed to... I think so. Okay, so 11.4 trailer. 11.4.1 trailer front. Air electrical connections. Check that trailer air connections are sealed and in good condition. Make sure glad hands are locked in place free of damage or air leaks. Make sure the tractor electrical plug is firmly seated and locked in place. Header board. If equipped, check the header board to see that it's secure, free of damage, and strong enough to contain cargo. If equipped, the canvas or tarp carrier must be mounted and fastened securely. On enclosed trailers, check the front area for signs of damage, such as cracks, bulges, or holes. 11.4.2 side of trailer. Landing gear. Check that the landing gear is fully raised, has no missing parts, crank handle is secure, and the support frame is not damaged. If power operated, check for air or hydraulic leaks. Your doors, ties, or lifts. If equipped, check that doors are not damaged. Check that doors open, close, and latch properly from the outside. Check that ties, straps, chains, and binders are secure. If equipped with a cargo lift, look for leaking, damaged, or missing parts and explain how it should be checked for correct operation. Lift should be fully retracted and latched securely. Frame. Look for cracks, broken welds, holes, or other damage to the frame, cross members, box, and floor. Tandem release arm locking pins. If equipped, make sure the locking pins are locked in place and release arm is secured. Now we're on page 11-7, 11.4.3, remainder of trailer. Remainder of trailer. Please refer to section 11.2 of this manual for detailed inspection procedures regarding the following components: wheels, suspension systems, brakes, door ties, lift, splash guards. Okay, now the next section is 11.5, coach or transit bus. We're going to skip that because that's not for us. Okay, so the rest of 11-7 is not for us because that's for the coach or transit bus. 11.6, taking the CDL vehicle inspection test. 11.6.1, Class A vehicle inspection test. If you are applying for a Class A CDL, that's us, you will be required to perform one of the 4 versions of a vehicle inspection in the vehicle you have brought with you for testing. Each of the 4 tests are equivalent, and you will not know which test you will take until just before the testing begins. That's weird. All of the tests include an engine start, an in-cab inspection, and an inspection of the coupling system. Then, your test may require an inspection of the entire vehicle or only a portion of the vehicle, which your CDL examiner will explain to you. Interesting. So I wonder, I don't know. That's weird. Okay. Then there's a CDL vehicle inspection memory aid for a combination vehicle, and it goes down, and then I'll show it to you, but it goes down and it says front of vehicle, lights, reflectors, engine compartment, and steering components. And then it goes over to the side, steering axle. Check the suspension, the brakes, and the tires. the driver door, and the fuel area. Under the vehicle, the drive shaft, the exhaust, and the frame. The drive axles, the suspension, the brakes, and the tires. The coupling devices for the truck and the trailer. Rear of truck or tractor, and lights and reflectors. Trailer components, front, side, lights, and reflectors. The frame, the landing gear, and the tandem release. The trailer axles, the suspension, the brakes, the tires. And the rear of trailer and lights or reflectors. I'm going to show this to you, hopefully. Right there. I think you can see it. Yeah. Okay, so now, alright, here we go. Did you lose something?
I don't remember where I put my laptop.
Oh, it's over there under the bed. Where did I put my drink? Oh, here it is. Yeah, we're on video 28, and video number 10 is about 46% of the way uploading.
The internet here is terrible.
The internet here is a little, it leaves something to be desired. If I'm being honest, and I am. Alright, now we're on page 12-1, and we're on section 12 of your basic vehicle your basic vehicle control skills test. This section covers your skills test scoring and your skills test exercises. Your basic control skills could be tested using one or more of the following exercises, off-road or somewhere on the street during the road test. Interesting. So it may only be one of these, but it could be all. Your straight line backing, your offset back to the right, your offset back to the left.
All of them.
I thought it was all of them. That's what I've seen online. Your parallel park to the driver's side, or your parallel park conventional to the passenger side, and an alley dock. These exercises are shown in figures 12-1 through 12-6, and I'll show you each of them. 12.1, scoring. Crossing boundaries, encroachments, pull-ups, outside vehicle observations, looks, final position inside parallel. Encroachments. The examiner will score the number of times you touch or cross over an exercise boundary line or cone with any portion of your vehicle. Each encroachment will count as an error. Pull-ups. When a driver stops and pulls forward to clear an encroachment or to get a better position, it is scored as a pull-up. Stopping without changing direction does not count as a pull-up. You will not be penalized for initial pull-ups. However, an excessive number of pull-ups will count as errors.
Oh, shit.
Do we need to revisit the fact that the parallel park in a regular car failed me? And now I might have to parallel park a 53-foot vehicle.
Well, isn't only the trailer 53 foot? Then you have your cab.
Are you helping? Outside vehicle observations or looks. You may be permitted to safely stop and exit the vehicle to check the external position of the vehicle and to look. When doing so, you must place the vehicle in neutral and set the parking brakes. Then, when exiting the vehicle, you must do so safely by facing the vehicle and maintaining 3 points of contact with the vehicle at all times. When exiting a bus, maintain a firm grasp on the handrail at all times. If you do not safely secure the vehicle or safely exit the vehicle, it may result in an automatic failure of the basic control skills test. So they're actually encouraging you to not get out and look. That's how this sounds.
Everyone says that you can get out and lock. Even Ruby said that, didn't she?
I know, but this is apparently the maximum number of times that you may look to check the position of your vehicle is 2, except for the straight line backing exercise, which allows 1 look. Each time you open the door, move from a seated position where in physical control of the vehicle or on a bus walk to the back of a bus to get a better view, it is scored as a look. Final position, inside parallel. It is important that you finish each exercise exactly as the examiner has instructed you. If you do not maneuver the vehicle into its final position as described by the examiner, you will be penalized and could fail the basic skills test. Okay, can we stop using the word fail? 2.2 exercises. 12.2 exercises. 12.2.1 straight line backing. You may be asked to back your vehicle into a straight line between 2 rows of cones without touching or crossing over the exercise boundaries. And I'll show you these figures after I read all of this. 12.2.2 offset back to the right. You may be asked to back into a space that is to the right rear of your vehicle. You will drive straight forward the outer boundary. From that position, you must back the vehicle into the opposite lane until the front of your vehicle has passed the first set of cones without striking boundary lines or cones. 12.2.3 offset back to the left. You may be asked to back into a space that is to the left rear of your vehicle. You will drive straight forward the outer boundary. From that position, you must back the vehicle into the opposite lane until the front of your vehicle has passed the first set of cones without striking boundary lines or cones. 12.2.4 Parallel park, driver's side. You may be asked to park in a parallel parking space that is on your left. You are to drive past the entrance to the parallel parking space with your vehicle parallel to the parking area and back into the space without crossing front, side, or rear boundaries marked by cones. You are required to get your entire vehicle completely into the space. Parallel park conventional. You may be asked to park in a parallel parking space that is on your right. You are to drive past the entrance to the parallel parking space with your vehicle parallel to the parking area and back into the space without crossing front, side, or rear boundaries marked by cones. You are required to get your entire vehicle completely into the space. 12.2.6 Alley dock. You may be asked to side back your vehicle into an alley. You will drive past the alley and position your vehicle parallel to the outer boundary from that position. Back into the alley, bringing the rear of your vehicle within 3 feet of the rear of the alley without touching boundary lines or cones. Your vehicle must be straight within the alley or lane when you have completed the maneuver.
I don't know if you care, but the second, or the thing when you go for your CDL, not your permit, but your actual CDL, it's a 3-part skills test, not written.
Okay, so there is no written test. Good. Okay. So what it doesn't tell me is how many times you can pull up. It doesn't tell me that. It says pull-ups. When a driver stops and pulls forward to clear an encroachment or to get a better position, it's scored as a pull-up. Stopping without changing direction does not count as a pull-up. You will not be penalized for initial pull-ups. However, an excessive number of pull-ups will count as errors. How many is excessive? Are we talking 5? Are we talking 9? I would like to know. Okay, so these are the figures. Figure 12.1 is straight line backing. And we're just going to go down. And then we're going to show you the parallel park. And then down here. Okay. And then figure 12-6, Allie docking. Shoot me. See, in my opinion, this skills test is going to be the thing that makes me the most nervous. Because I'm fully aware that most of your learning you actually do while you're driving. And from what I understand, after 3 weeks of driving this vehicle, I will be expected to get my CDL. And I fully intend to get my CDL. However, all of this, reading this part, is making me anxious. Just saying. Okay. Page 13-1, Section 13, on-road driving. How will you be tested? You will drive over a test route that has a variety of traffic situations. At all times during the test, you must drive in a safe and responsible manner, and you must wear your safety belt, obey all traffic signs, signals, and laws. Complete the test without an accident or a moving violation.
I hope so.
During the driving test, the examiner will be scoring you on specific driving maneuvers as well as on your general driving behavior. You will follow the directions of the examiner. Directions will be given to you, so you will have plenty of time to do what the examiner has asked. You will not be asked to drive in an unsafe manner. If your test route does not have certain traffic situations, you may be asked to simulate a traffic situation. You will do this by telling the examiner what you are or would be doing if you were in that traffic situation. See, I would do good with that. I'd be able to tell you what I should do, but doing it while someone's watching, I think would make me nervous. But then again, maybe after 3 weeks of being with my trainer, maybe that won't make me nervous because she's probably going to be like telling me stuff all day, every day, which is going to be nerve-wracking at first until I get to know her. And yeah. Not because I can't be corrected, but because I don't I'll be nervous that I'm going to make her mad or something like that. I just want to do what I'm supposed to and do it right, and I'd be afraid of making mistakes. But I'd be afraid of making mistakes by myself. And nobody's going to be a bigger critic than Maggie. Because when we were driving in California, you would be on me sometimes. You'd be like, babe, they're stopping.
You're gonna be driving very slow now, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. I didn't drive fast before, but I mean, it's hard when you're the passenger and someone else doesn't seem like they're reacting or they might not see something.
And Herbina, you didn't realize how fast you were going sometimes.
Well, with Herbina, that was by far she was a very smooth ride. So yeah, sometimes you didn't really feel the speed, to be honest. Not that I've had any problems, no tickets or anything, knock on wood, but, that was me. Don't start barking, Goomba. Okay. 13.1, how you will be tested. 13.1.1, turns. You have been asked to make a turn. Check traffic in all directions. Use your turn signals and safely get into the lane needed for the turn. As you approach the turn, use turn signals to warn others of your turn. Slow down smoothly, change gears as needed to keep power, but do not coast unsafely. Unsafe coasting occurs when your vehicle is out of gear, clutch depressed, or gear shift in neutral for more than the length of your vehicle. If you must stop before making the turn, coast to a smooth stop without skidding. Come to a complete stop behind the stop line, crosswalk, or stop sign. If stopping behind another vehicle, stop where you can see the rear tires of the vehicle ahead of you with a safe gap. Do not let your vehicle roll. Keep the front wheels aimed straight ahead and be ready to turn. Check traffic in all directions. Keep both hands on the steering wheel during the turn. Keep checking your mirror to make sure the vehicle does not hit anything on the inside of the turn. Your vehicle should not move into oncoming traffic. Your vehicle should finish the turn in the correct lane. After your turn, make sure your turn signal is off. Get up to speed of traffic. Use turn signal and move into the rightmost lane when it is safe to do so if you're not already there. And then check your mirrors in traffic. 13.1.2 Intersections. As you approach an intersection, check the traffic thoroughly in all directions. Decelerate gently. Brake smoothly, and if necessary, change gears. If necessary, come to a complete stop, no coasting, behind any stop signs, signals, sidewalks, or stop lines, maintaining a safe gap behind any vehicle in front of you. Your vehicle must not roll forward or backward. When driving through an intersection, check the traffic thoroughly in all directions. Decelerate and yield to any pedestrians and traffic in the intersection. Do not change lanes when proceeding through the intersection. Keep your hands on the wheel. Once through the intersection, continue checking your mirrors and traffic. Accelerate smoothly and change gears as necessary. Oh God. Page 13-2. 13.1.3 Urban Business. During this part of the test, you are expected to make regular traffic checks and maintain a safe following distance. Your vehicle should be centered in the proper lane, the rightmost lane, and you should keep up with the flow of traffic but not exceed the posted speed limit. 13.1.4 Lane Changes. During multiple lane portions of the test, you will be asked to change lanes to the left and then back to the right. You should make the necessary traffic checks first, then use proper signals and smoothly change lanes when it is safe to do so. 13.1.5 Expressway or Rural Limited Access Highway. Before entering the expressway, check traffic, use proper signals, merge smoothly into the proper lane of traffic. Once on the expressway, maintain proper lane positioning, vehicle spacing, and vehicle speed. Continue to check traffic thoroughly in all directions. When exiting the expressway, make necessary traffic checks. Use proper signals. Decelerate smoothly in the exit lane. Once on the exit ramp, you must continue to decelerate within the lane markings and maintain adequate spacing between your vehicle and other vehicles. 13.1.6 Stop-Start. For this maneuver, you will be asked to pull your vehicle over to the side of the road and stop as if you were going to get out and check something on your vehicle. You must check traffic thoroughly in all directions and move to the rightmost lane or shoulder of road. As you prepare for the stop, check traffic. Activate your right turn signal. Decelerate smoothly, brake evenly, change gears as necessary. Bring your vehicle to a full stop without coasting. Once stopped, vehicle must be parallel to the curb or shoulder of the road and safely out of the traffic flow. Vehicle should not be blocking driveways, fire hydrants, intersections, signs, etc. Cancel your turn signal and activate your four-way emergency flashers. Apply the parking brake. Move the gear shift to neutral or park. Remove your feet from the brake and clutch pedals. When instructed to resume, check traffic and your mirrors thoroughly in all directions. Turn off your four-way flashers. Activate the left turn signal. When traffic permits, you should release the parking brake and pull straight ahead. Do not turn the wheel before your vehicle moves. Check traffic from all directions, especially to the left. Steer and accelerate smoothly into the proper lane when safe to do so. Once your vehicle is back in the flow of traffic, cancel your left turn signal. 13.1.7 Curve. When approaching a curve, Check traffic thoroughly in all directions. Before entering the curve, reduce your speed so further braking or shifting is not required in the curve. Keep the vehicle in the lane. Continue checking traffic in all directions. Railroad crossing. Before reaching the crossing, all commercial drivers should decelerate, brake smoothly, and shift gears as necessary. Look and listen for the presence of trains. Check traffic in all directions. Do not stop, change gears, pass another vehicle, or change lanes while any part of your vehicle is in the crossing. If you're driving a bus, a school bus, or a vehicle displaying placards, you should be prepared to observe the following procedures at every railroad crossing unless the crossing is exempt. Oh yeah, this is just for buses and stuff. This doesn't apply to us. Not all driving road test routes will have a railroad crossing. You may be asked to explain and demonstrate the proper railroad crossing procedures to the examiner at a simulated location. 13.1.9 Bridge overpass sign. This is page 13-3. After driving under an underpass, you may be asked to tell the examiner what the posted clearance or height was. After going over a bridge, you may be asked to tell the examiner what the posted weight limit was. If your test route does not have a bridge or overpass, you may be asked about another traffic sign. When asked, be prepared to identify and explain to the examiner any traffic sign which may appear on the route. Student discharge, this is for a school bus. General driving behaviors. 13.1.11. You will be scored on your overall performance in the following general driving behavior categories. 13.1.11a. Clutch usage for manual transmissions. Always use the clutch to shift. You must double clutch when shifting. Do not rev or lug the engine. Do not ride the clutch to control speed. Coast with the clutch depressed or pop the clutch. 13.1.12b. Gear usage for manual transmission. Do not grind or clash gears. Select a gear that does not rev or lug the engine. Do not shift in turns and intersections. Brake usage. 13.1.13c. Do not ride or pump the brake. Do not brake harshly. Brake smoothly using steady pressure. 13.1.14d. Lane usage. Do not put vehicle over curbs, sidewalks, or lane markings. Stop behind all stop lines, crosswalks, or stop signs. Complete a turn in the proper lane on a multiple lane road. Vehicles should finish a left lane turn in the lane directly to the right of the centered line. Finish a right turn in the rightmost curb lane. Move to or regain in rightmost lane unless lane is blocked. 13.1.15 Steering. Do not over or understeer the vehicle. Keep both hands on the steering wheel at all times unless shifting. Once you have completed shift, return both hands to the steering wheel. 13.1.16 Regular traffic checks. Check traffic regularly. Check mirrors regularly. Check mirrors and traffic before, while in, and after an intersection. Scan and check traffic in high volume areas and areas where pedestrians are expected to be present. 13.1.17 Use of turn signals. Use turn signals properly. Activate turn signals when required. Activate turn signals at appropriate times. Cancel turn signals upon completion of a turn or lane change. And that's the end, my friends. Now it's just pages for notes. That's the end of the book. We did it in 28 sections or videos. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to visit the test website, and then I'm going to make a video where we go through some of the questions, and so that if you're in a situation where you can only listen, you can take these quizzes. And what I'm going to try and do is explain why the answers are right, because this website has those, and so hopefully that will be helpful. And then after that, maybe we'll do some flashcards or I'll do some extra revisiting of the actual manual, and try and get us all prepared for that. Thank you so much for spending